Fire, nigga, you gonna leave with pay. I'm tired of the bitch. See, I'm tired from standing up. This is horrible. I need to hit the gym. I drive by that bitch all the time. One day I'm gonna stop and go in. It's like, anyway. First dude I'm gonna bring up, man, he's a local, if I'm not mistaken, man. This is my first time working with this guy. I done seen him on Facebook. He's funny as fuck on Facebook. But we're gonna see what he got right now, man. Y'all put y'all hands together right now. Give a warm welcome for my boy Gorbanson. God damn it, boy, come on. Come on. And I got titties. I'm doing like him.
I identify with a lot of the things this guy said today.
Oh, shit.
Give a thunderous round of applause for Skip Roggins right there. Pleasure entertaining you fine folks. Fallstown Funny Fallout 3, baby. But anyways, I found out something about myself the other day. I make the same noises burning my mouth on a hot piece of pizza as I do during sex. So it's something like this. Hot. I went on vacation recently, and I don't travel a lot, but I learned a key element when it comes to travel is book your hotel rooms in advance. I went to Houston. You always book in advance in Houston. I stayed at this place. I expected a nice, comfy Best Western. I had to settle for the off-brand West Bestis. The do not disturb signs just said, "We fucking." The ice machine was a meth dealer that called himself the Ice Machine. Book your hotels in advance, for God's sakes. I went to the doctor recently, and my old doctor retired. They gave me this new guy. The new doctor is 26 years old, okay? And nobody trusts a young doctor. I get it. I want to give the kid a chance. But this motherfucker sent me my lab results on Snapchat. and it was all written in emojis. It's just like, +, skull, sad face. What the fuck does that mean? Like, 100, no cap, you got hepatitis. Really though, I'm just playing around about that aspect. But I really did go to the doctor, and while I was there, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get checked for every fucking thing in the book, okay? And when you say that, the doctor gives you this long ass questionnaire. I want these guys to do a good job. I want these guys to be thorough. So I just answered yes to everything, you know? It's just like, have you ever had unprotected anal sex with and or been a prostitute? Absolutely. Have you ever had a blood transfusion prior to 1987? Every day. Have you ever been to the continent of Africa? If so, explain. Well, I was in an unprotected anal sex relationship with a prostitute. As a prostitute myself in Africa, we were using blood packets from 1987 as lube. The doctor, like, he took the paper from me, and he did the most disturbing thing that I've ever seen a doctor do. He looked at the chart, and he walked out of the room backwards. And he locked the door behind him. Now, before I get into this next joke, and I piss off every woman in this room, I have to say, ladies, there is way too much pressure on society for you guys to have like the nicest makeup and the nicest clothes. It's all bullshit, and you're all beautiful. Having said that now, guys, we gotta watch out now, because these women have advanced makeup technology that can turn their face into another fucking face. Every time I go home with a woman, it's like the end of a Scooby-Doo episode the next day. And I'm just like, she wasn't hot at all, gang. It was actually Kevin Costner. Then Velma comes out of nowhere. She was actually using an elaborate system of ropes and pulleys to make it appear as if she actually had an ass. And that's, unfortunately, that's another thing we gotta deal with, guys. Fake asses. And I'm not talking about what Nicki Minaj has. It's like an ass strap that they wear underneath their pants, and it makes them look like they have a really nice ass. And I can only imagine what it would be like to bring home one of these things. You know, it's just like you see that nice ass on the dance floor, you can't wait to get it home. And then you do it. You finally get her to the room, the lights go out, you go in for a nice grab. All you feel is a warm, soft frisbee. Got a little advice for the fellas as well. If a 5-pack of condoms costs less than $4, those aren't condoms. Those are condoms. But really though, speaking of condoms, I was reading the other day about this condom that came out. I'd still rather be dead than use one. But like this condom, it glows bright red and it can sense when somebody has an STD. It starts glowing. So I just imagine buying these things and just completely forgetting what they do. And then I go to pull out, it's like Darth Vader turns on his lightsaber in the dark. Just like, well, okay, maybe lightsaber may be a little bit too big of a comparison. It's like if Darth Vader turned on his cheese knife. Because it's small and it's curved at the end. Anyways, my girl's really into role play, and I got a problem because I'm really bad at role play. I'm a horrible actor. And she wanted to do like a sheriff, like kind of criminal thing, and so I'm just coming up like, well, little missy. Looks like you got a bounty out on your pussy. Let's see what the reward is. Looks like it's also your pussy. No, my girl's great though. Like, she's really into the whole daddy thing, which I love. But I found out the other day, the daddy thing does not work both ways. Like and I get really into it. She's just going on like, daddy. And I got just in the moment, I'm just like, oh, daughter. And she just stopped. She said, you gotta cut that shit out right now. But really, like, she wanted a daddy. I lectured her about proper lawn care for 30 minutes. She wanted a daddy, she found a father. Found out my house is haunted recently. And we know 3 things. 1, it's a ghost. 2, it's a man ghost. And 3, it's gay as fuck. It all started very subtly. We'd come home and all the TVs would be switched to the Oxygen Network. Copies of GQ magazine would materialize out of seemingly nothingness. It all culminated when my roommate, James, was assaulted sexually by the spirit. It blew him. And I'm really upset about this, but for all the wrong reasons. Like, I'm at the house all the time. I'm classically handsome. Why him? We attempted to contact the spirit through a seance, or a gay-ance in this instance, which is like a regular seance, but with dessert wine and Madonna playing in the background. Only thing he had to say was, boo. So, I had to get drug tested for my job recently. They sent me this place. They do drug tests as well as paternity tests. So I'm just sitting there thinking, like, I can find out if my kid's on drugs and if that's even my fucking problem or not. Really? So I read the other day that it's illegal for guys to send unsolicited dick pics to women now. So they didn't say anything about illustrations. So I've just been drawing pictures of my dick and sending it. Like, I'm getting pretty good. Like, I graduated from dick drawings to dick watercolors. Now I'm doing dick oil paintings. It's getting to where the women aren't even disgusted anymore. They open the pic, they're just like, oh my God, it's George Washington crossing the Potomac, but he's your penis. This is just out of this world. But really though, like, I've been out of the dick pic game for a little bit because I got a girlfriend now. But if you get a dick pic from me, you're gonna know it. I took several photography classes at the community college. The lighting is gonna be perfect. There's gonna be sets. There's gonna be props. It's gonna be a whole production. Like, here's my dick in a bowl of fruit. Here's my... Here's my dick in a field of flowers. Here's my dick dressed as King Kong scaling the Chrysler Building. Anyways, I found out the other day that if you convert to Judaism, it raises your credit score, which is really good for me because you can become Jewish, but only under the right circumcisions. They sent me a home circumcision kit. I'm gonna do it tonight. You're welcome. I recently found out that me and my best friend have had sex with 6 of the same women. And unfortunately, we're not friends anymore. We're Super Smash Brothers. I was really sad when I found out that we were in a tropical depression, which, as all of you know, it leads to tropical low self-esteem and even tropical suicide. But you know, tropical depression is about like real depression, only with steel drums and conga lines. It's just like, I'm feeling so useless. I'm feeling so drained. I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Guys, stick around. There's a lot more funnier people than me up here. Trust me, that's my bit. I'm Caleb Nulty. Good night.
I didn't know his name was Caleb. I know him as Gorbinson off of Facebook. Y'all give it up for Caleb Knowlton?
Yes, sir.
Got the whitest name ever, goddamn.
Either one.
Sound like an accountant. That's why you go by Gorbinson, right?
Exactly.
That's even whiter. That's